Winning Asian handicap betting strategy is reliant on a few simple factors executed well. I'll explain what Asian handicap betting is, how it works, a successful betting strategy and where to apply it, along with some simple examples and results within this video. It's far simpler than you might think, as you'll see in a second. But first, I need to explain how it works so everyone will understand clearly. Jumping ahead just leads to confusion. Understanding the what and why is way more useful than just giving out football betting tips, as you can identify opportunities and value for yourself. Plus, more often than not, betting odds change while we look at them. So for context, Asian handicap betting is a type of football bet that aims to give the player a more attractive betting price and additional options with their bet, especially when there's a match between two unevenly priced teams. It appears a bit daunting at first, but really, it's incredibly simple. It works like this. If Liverpool are playing Bournemouth, then a price of 1.245 for Liverpool is quite unappealing. Punters may want to back them, but a winning return of 24.50 for every 100 staked just isn't much profit. Asian handicap betting resolves this by applying a handicap figure to a team. In doing this, it eliminates the draw and brings the alternate odds closer together. Betting odds are a reflection of probability. Lower the odds, the higher the chance of an event happening. So the handicap just balances things out. Using our example between Liverpool and Bournemouth, Liverpool might have an Asian handicap of minus 1.5 goals at a price of 1.67. This means that Liverpool are starting the match with a disadvantage in the betting, making their price bigger. However, they must win by at least 2 goals for the bet to win in this situation. If the match ends in a draw or Liverpool lose, the bet is also a loser. This is known as a single Asian handicap bet. The more extreme the handicap margin, the bigger the betting price becomes. For example, if we select the 2.5 handicap line instead, the price is 2.621. Now, you may have noticed the 0.5 figure ensures our bet is either a winner or a loser. If the Asian handicap line is set at a whole number, such as -1, and the handicap team go on to win by exactly 1 goal, the bet is void, much like draw no bet. And finally, there's an additional variation called Quater Asian handicaps, or split handicaps as they're sometimes referred to. They're represented with numbers like 0.25, 0.75, 1.25, and so forth. Quarter goal handicaps split your bet into 2 bets, each with a different handicap. For example, when you bet on a team with a plus 0.25 handicap, half of your bet is placed on the level handicap of 0 goals and half on the 0.5 goal line. So if the match ends in a draw, the bet at the 0 line is returned, while the half bet at 0.5 wins. However, if your team loses, you lose both halves of your bet. Just see how the analytics chart looks different here over on the right. Similarly, if you bet on a team with a 0.75 handicap, half of your bet is placed at the 0.5 line and half on the +1. If the team loses by 1 goal, the half of your stake at the +1 goal line is returned, while half stakes at the 0.5 loses. However, if your team draws or wins the match, both halves of your bet win. So depending on the match result, you can win both bets, lose both, or get a refund on one while winning or losing the other. It just adds more nuance and flexibility to your bet, spicing things up in terms of the potential returns in the process. If that's confused you, keep an eye on the simple chart explaining the different outcomes here over on the right of the screen. So now everyone's in the picture, let's take a look at Asian handicap betting strategy. As with any form of betting, you have to get value to win over the longer term. To do that, you need to get the best odds without your betting stakes being restricted, which is why Betting Asia is the go-to for this example. Their product Black offers the best prices from the sharpest sportsbooks and exchanges in the world. Think of it as a single point of access for getting the best betting odds, which is useful because we must get a positive expected value on our football bets in order to win over the longer term. If you're unfamiliar with positive EV betting, it's explained in our previous upload. Football knowledge, team news and metrics like expected goals are useful variables when it comes to finding a value bet. Focusing on changing information as it happens is the quickest way to find some definable betting value. The prices on Premier League matches like this one often change a lot in the final hour to kick off, especially when the opening lineup is different to the public's general expectation. When that happens, it's the fastest finger first. Another tip is to compare Asian handicap odds with the draw no bet lines on the exchange. Occasionally, there's an arbitrage opportunity. The trick is to back the Asian handicap line when the odds are overpriced, representing value. So in this example, I'm backing Brentford on a 0.5 goal handicap for €50. At a price of 2.71, you can see we stand to win 85.50 or lose 50 depending on the different outcomes. From there, we have two options. We'll run through them both here on the screen. First, we can monitor the betting line's price and potential outcomes via the Black platform. The data is consistently updated in real time, and Betting Asia's grid tool shows us what should happen for all of the different potential outcomes as the goals are scored and the prices change. For example, here, a 1-1 draw makes our bet a loser, whereas a 3-0 victory to Brentford gives us 85.50 in profit. Asian handicaps are extremely popular on Betting Asia and they welcome winners, so there's great potential to get decent stakes on without restrictions. If you want to instantly cash out your bet at the current price, they have the functionality for it by clicking here on the screen. Now, cash out works by placing a second bet against the original outcome, so the cash out figure is dictated by the current betting price. So Yohan Wissa scored for Brentford in the 44th minute, drastically changing the odds of our bet. Looking at the analytics grid, you can see that the cash out figure on the Asian handicap bet has now changed to around €36 profit. But as the game progresses, the odds will contract further in our favour unless there's a counter goal from Fulham. So if we want to, we can set a predetermined cash out bet at custom odds here on the bet slip. By setting a timeout figure, the bet is cancelled if it isn't matched within the time frame. Ideal for set and forget trading strategies. Now in this instance, it's almost half time, so I'm cashing out for 36.37 profit. Depending on how you want to play it, all the functionality is there to trade sports directly from Betting Asia. The interface works the same on mobile too. Now, the second option is to take a longer term view on the initial value instead of cashing out. You'll need to keep better results around historical performance, although it doesn't require you to be at the screen while a match is in play. It's what's known as positive EV betting strategy. Last week's video explains where and when these opportunities crop up, so check it out now.